Your Majesty, there's a petition here to see you today. We're not exactly sure where she's from. I assume you have a good reason for letting her in. You'll see soon enough, Your Majesty. What's the bet that this is a literal crack addict? I bet that it's literally just a crack addict. 3 ships are docked in harbour to the west. Their holds are packed to the gills with muskets and gunpowder. They each boast a full battery of cannons. I like where this is going. They are all yours in return for a small favour. The small furry animals? Send her away. That way I get the guns either way. Oh god, you're all just gonna... Oh... I shouldn't have given you the option. You're destabilizing the Empire. The march is now scary. Now that you are king, you need personal protection. Why, I could plunge my sword into your heart right now, could I not? I'd like to see you try. Is it your imagination? Does your marshal stifle a weary chuckle? In any case, she quickly hides it. You need an honor guard to keep you safe from such dangers. Holy shit, leave them alone. Southern nun, that's not nuns with guns. Okay, that's pretty good. Me, I'm cool. Who is sending messages in the king's consort and how? Oh, he's sending them in... Right, okay. Chef, there's the king's throne room. The other thing where everyone else is speaking. Please put it in there. Not leave. I don't want to have to jump between the two, please. Force them in here. No. I don't know which one I am. The nuns are lepers. True. Nuns will give you infection from being in their presence. Okay, I really don't like the nuns. I'm kind of tempted to go, I don't need money. Gladiators are free because we can make criminals into hardened criminals and make them fight to become the hardest criminal. Crime, taxes, and death. Gladiators kill people for money. They sound loyal to me. I'm liking the sound of these gladiators all of a sudden. Gladiators shank people for, like, entertainment. The veterans shank people for a living. Shank you if you look at them funny. Have a nice life. Okay, I'm going with the veterans. Last we heard, she went by the name Reed. What kind of fugitive is she? The ship under her command, the property of the Republic of Curve, as is their cargo. She's in my dungeons. That's excellent news. We asked permission to purchase her from you so she may stand trial, face justice. Oh, and the weapons they stole, they still belong to Republic. You understand, we kindly ask you to return them. Right, I don't need to intervene in this. I will let, democracy take its course. Don't you people like money? Money is good for me. Money is good for you. I'm a little like two in the end. They agreed to leave with only Reed in exchange for a smaller payment. Excellent. That way when they come back in a year's try to murder us, we shoot them with their own guns. There's one person you can't avoid, your mother. Why haven't you found this yet? It's been almost a year. Oh, that's hard. But mother, I don't want to get married. Nonsense, a king cannot. Don't worry, I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference? Women? Terrible news. The kingdom prospers. The treasury is practically overflowing. I didn't expect the new king to be competent. Brother, I nearly collapsed the kingdom in the first 3 months of rulership. I wouldn't say I'm competent. I have found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young woman from each of the country's 3 regions. Who's the most violent of everyone here? The marchers. Who's the best at making money? The patricians. To have and hold, don't forget, I suppose, with the alliance comes to my mother just doesn't care. She was sold off when she was like 12, so she wants to do the same to someone else now. Pain loves company. Your mother leads you to the Great Hall where she's arranged 3 portraits on easels. Why? I don't even get to meet them. There's no time for sentiment. You just need a match that benefits your station and suits your political needs. From the coast, we have Patronala. That is a dude. Explain yourself. Like, explain yourself, you filthy patricians. That is a dude. Tomboy, awooga. There was also a scandal recently where she was publicly critical of the church. Kill her, murder. I'm so glad to see that the people who are the hyper-religious people instantly become hyper-violent. She hates the church. All right, make your arguments. Why? Who should I marry and why? Why should I pick your decrepit child? Trade fixes at screaming agony. You bet got to beat up a guy so she's hot. And warrior so she gets married off. Kill the tomboy, marry the South. Think about it. South is what Jesus would want. March will be your mistress. Military power. P. A literal dude, not liked Mr. Ego, probably has enemies. One is 10,000 years old, the other is a dog. You must make money skirms. You need oil. Yes, money gets all. We don't use oil yet. We're medieval.
Why you booing me? I'm right.
There's literally nothing good about her. So it is between the coast and the march. Is as massive as her forehead. They are buyers and make good points, but stability needs money, so you can put all the things that people want. You make a good point, Cass. Normal versus dude. Strong woman. I mean, like, I really like the sound of money. So I'm going to go with, I'd better not put all my eggs in one basket. You know? Kill tomboy. Marry strong woman. Destroy her. Sorry. You people are psychotic. I'm going with the woman from the coast. Hold your highness. Gandhi Billy Bob Jenkins pulls aside a tarpaul and reveal a granite statue of Grandy Noble Sheffington. The statue was impeccably detailed, its expression a frozen grimace. What do you mean? This is all the... Did Sheff just become a stone person? Who's that? She is a walking statue of burning yellow eyes. All who meet her gaze are turned to stone. She sleeps for years at a time before waking and terrorizing the kingdom. She must have ambushed Sheff. No! On their latest vineyard inspection. Please, your highness, we must do something. Can't afford to lose the cash. I'm glad to see that the marchers have gone with their de facto solution of stab everything that moves. Great, we're gonna go stab everything. She beckons. They raise their weapons and charge. Her deadly gaze sweeps across them, turning thousands of soldiers to stone in a second. Military is now pathetic. See this coming, you can't fight the Stone Maiden with an army. Well, they're enraged. One of you shits decided to rebel. Terrible people. Murder my mother, Lord Patrician Blast has been... Syrian... Blast got murdered before the end of the season. She didn't even get to do anything. Oh, poor person. Has been murdered. So now that's her child. It was Grandy Billy Bob Jenkins. I believe it. They're trying to rebel. They're the most defiant in the kingdom. Of course it was them. There will be no allowance. I say we hold a trial. Look at those filthy grandees trying to escape the long arm of the law. Terrible people. Let's get married. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? Oh, I have to, with the authority and stability. Let's go to the murder trial. Your Majesty, today was meant to be the murder trial for Grandee Billy Bob Jenkins, I'm sure you're aware. But the gate is railed against you regardless. I'm afraid the spies snuck into the dungeons and freed Billy Bob. Regardless, we have bigger things to worry about. I'm sure the patricians will understand. Rebellion. The Grandees have reached their boiling point. You're confronted your throne by Grandee Noble Sheffington II. Their eyes are light with no righteous fury after the death of the son and abrupt death of their father. The night the god has judged you worthy, pretended to the throne, the Grandees of the south have listened. We'll rise up and fight for Verdad, the true monarch. This is a formal declaration of war. The next time we see each other, we'll be on the battlefield. Quickly, someone shoot them in the back of the head. Oh, one day I'll see your head on a spike. This war is over, mine will not be mine. Yes, Your Majesty, hold on to that feeling. You'll need it. So this is it. Civil war. That's right, Your Majesty. The kingdom is divided. There will be a lot of death and suffering. Can't wait. I'll go dig out the treasures. Of course the marshal is ecstatic. I can't wait to go and murder some people. Going to go and dig the treasure chest out of the supply closet. We could launch a preemptive strike against the barons to cripple their military capabilities. Brother, I wouldn't be too sure. You've got one military strength. What's best for the kingdom? And what's best for the kingdom is a monarch who cares about the church. I'll lend you my full support gladly. Faithful followers of the knight, the god, and the king are now shaken as church officially throwing their weight behind the rebels. Now, insolent military is now inadequate, is now powerful. Desert to join the rebellion. You've done well so far, but something's still missing. An heir. Now I'm getting bullied into getting married. Securing heir is impossible. The kingdom is at war with itself. Defeat this rebellion, and then, and only then, is it worth looking to the future. We'll talk with you again when the realm is at peace. Oh, thank God I don't have to have a kid. Responsibility, no thank you. Since the church officially supports us in this conflict, we persuaded them to join us with little effort. The Holy Knights soon arrived at the southern camp, riding in gleaming armor atop towering steeds. They are few, but each is worth 20 ordinary soldiers. I've received word from the commander of our loyalist forces in the coast. If they march now, they'll intercept the Grandees in a matter of days. You're sending the coast to fight them. Not my first pick, but okay. It becomes clear that the coastal army's retreat has given the Grandees free rein to pillage and plunder the coast. The ravaging southern troops descend on farms like locusts, taking everything to feed thousands of hungry soldiers. Well, shops, churches, and miners are plundered and stolen loot stripped back to the... Hang on, they're burning churches. They all believe in the same God, but they're burning churches. Yeah. No, you all believe in the night of the God. You're all the same religion. Take over the palace for the king's safety. Enact a swift and brutal palace coup, dear God. Not so loyalist, apparently. Oh, you're my... I should have thought this over better. I'm dead. The Grandies are drawing all their water from the Rustwater River. If we were to poison it upstream, the troops would struggle great bioweapons. Please don't fail upstream. It succeeded. Literal tons of cow crap pour into the water. By all accounts, it turns a lovely shade of chocolate brown. People are drinking that. Has a terrible effect on rebel morale, of course, especially when they run out of clean water. Damn it, God did not want us to blast out both ends. Oh, it's great. Not just any contract, mind you. The Republic has offered to sell gunpowder weapons, muskets, cannons, blunderbusses, bombards, you name it, I have it. Blunderbusses are more efficient against large amounts of troops. Doesn't have any troops left. We'll need cannons for infrastructure. So you're just going to ban, you're not aiming the cannons at them, you're aiming it at their staff. Because screw them. Screw their families or anything in that direction. I'm finished. 1,850. Of course I could afford that. Just, I'll give the blunderbusses to the patricians. And I'll give the cannons to the patricians. Ah, excellent, yes. It feels good to support allies who aren't plotting to overthrow me. The patricians and barons are all that stands between the Grandies and the capital. A final battle deciding the fate of the kingdom. I'll send word to the barons that it's time to strike. We can only hope that they listen to our orders. I made a well-educated decision. The barons are already strong. Filth! You will be executed for this. She's so angry it takes her a full 20 minutes to stop swearing and make incomprehensible threats. Craven patricians just hung back, stayed out of the way. Going just to march right by, probably gave them a cheery wave. Now they're nearly at the capital. Southern Army will be camped outside the city walls in a matter of weeks. I want to see the UZ build fortifications, stockpile food. No! On the verge of rebellion, currently rebelling. Quickly, people, up your investments. Out invest the barons. Who won that? I think the barons did. Oh no. How was Patramilla? I bet she wishes the coast something dear. Oh, but where are my manners? You want to know why I'm here, don't you? That's when you know I notice a contingent of soldiers accompanying Rufus. Their hands rest on their sword hilts, their faces a tapestry of grimaces. A chill creeps up your spine. Run for my life! Oh no, you don't! Skidding in your royal slippers until a barbed metal bolt hits you square in the shoulder. I've been betrayed! Your marcher honor guard hasn't moved a muscle to help. Give it up. You should have seen the writing on the wall long ago. I did, I just couldn't do anything about it. You've already been completing your goals since the beginning of the game. Rufus squats beside you as you collapse on the cold stone floor, a dagger held tightly in his hand. Any last words? Go to the Seven Hells. I'll see you there. Thousands his dagger into your heart. Last thing you hear the cries and death throes of your servants as advisors as the marcher soldiers slaughter them in cold blood. I got shanked. I died in the slippers. I don't know how to feel about this.